Hi there, it's Mary from stampingmary.stampinup.net. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today's video features new products from the Stampin' Up mini catalogue. The products I'm featuring today is the Framed Florets bundle. This is the mini catalogue. It's out from the 5th of January, runs through to April 2023. And the products we're using today is this beautiful suite here, which is on page 65. Now this is a gorgeous, gorgeous suite, and it has all the kinds of sentiments you would need for any kind of card, really. Beautiful colouring images, watercolouring. They're just gorgeous, and these fabulous frames, the oval frames, which we haven't had oval frames for ages. And I'm using this one here, and it actually cuts out the main oval piece, and it also cuts out the frame as well. So versatile. Let me show you how I did this card. Very, very simple watercolouring. Very simple watercolouring, actually. Very simple. So let's go ahead and get the card started. So what I've used for all these little flower images is actually our shimmer paper, which is watercolour paper. And I've gone ahead and I did a watercolour wash, then put the various dies down which cut out these little flowers in this bigger image, and then just die cut them. So as an example, I just got a piece of scrap, or a few pieces of scrap of shimmery paper, and got out using Daffodil Delight and Balmy Blue, which is what I used for that bigger one right there. And I just squeezed some ink straight on from the lid from the pad into the lid there. And what I did was grab my water painter, squeeze down a little bit of water on here, and then a little cloth, it is here, make sure that's clean. Then with the Balmy Blue, I just picking up some of that ink, and then just doing a simple little wash on there, just to get obviously the more ink you put down, the darker it's going to be. I've got that one quite dark. And then squeeze out that colour, and then do the same with the Daffodil Delight, just doing another little one there. And again, as you put down as much as you sort of feel that you're going to need. And then when that's dried, you could put another colour down the bottom if you wanted to have it in three colorways. When that's dried, then you stamp your image over the top. So let me show you with one I've already got done. Oops, squeeze that out. Close up my inks, because that's a disaster waiting to happen, we all know, right? So here's one I've done earlier. So this is a piece of shimmer paper, and I've done a quick little watercolor wash in Old Olive. So I'm going to grab my StazOn, because that's what you use when you are using a watercolor. This is completely dry. Just stamp that leaf image up, and then stamp it straight down. This is all I did with all of these flower images. I just waited till my watercolor was dry and then stamped straight onto them. There you go. And then, whoops, and then we will die cut that piece out using my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, which is right next door to me here. So that's all I've done. So I've done a watercolor wash in various colors, and then gone and grabbed my dies and cut them out. Now this particular card, I haven't actually used that leaf image there. I'm going to use it this time though. I'm going to replace it for these little smaller ones. So if you have a big enough piece, obviously you can stamp your larger image and then the smaller flowers around the outside, so you can get as much die cutting out of that piece of shimmer paper as you can. So let's go ahead and die cut this one now. Just stepping over to my die cutting machine. Pop that down. Oops, a bit higher. And there it is. Here's our die cut piece out. Lovely, really nice image. So the hardest bit about this card is actually putting it all together, and glue dots are your friend when you're doing something like this where you're poking in your little flowers and popping them around to fit around here. Now, like I said, I've already gone ahead and stamped the sentiment. I used just ordinary Memento black, but you could use your StazOn if you wanted to. There's another die in the set that doesn't have a stamp, and it's this lovely one here, and I've already gone ahead and cut it out in petal pink. It's a really nice soft piece of foliage. Now, at the back of this card, I've also got a little piece of embossed paper, and I've used the gingham embossing folder for this one. So I've already run it through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and I'm just going to do a little bit of, can you see there's a little bit of splatter around there? So I've used my black Stampin' Right marker with the thick end. Now get everything out of the way or you will get ink everywhere, and I'm just doing this, just that bit of a splatter. I'm using the wider tipped end, obviously, just where you think you might like it. You don't have to do the splattering, I just like that little bit of an effect. Just soft, it just otherwise, you know, white on white can be a little bit much sometimes. All right, so now it's just a matter of popping the card down. So what I found was easiest after a few trial and errors was my glue dots. And I'm just going to put a few on the back of the frame first to make it a little bit easier. I might just go straight from here actually. And then you can dot your flowers in and around however you would like. You could use any kind of adhesive. It's just when I find when I'm doing these ones where I want to pop something in here or pop something in there, it's just that little bit easier to have a glue dot because they're not so messy to work with, and they are super strong as well. And if you need to, you can always pop another one underneath if it's not holding as well. Now I've used thick basic white. I use thick basic white for everything. Oops. All right. So I feel like I've got this one over a little bit too far, but that's kind of where it needs to go to fit it all on the page. I mean, if you didn't want that little bit showing, you could tuck that underneath the sentiment, but look, once again, it's about how you want your creation to look, right? So let's pop that slightly over, a little bit more over that way. So I'm going slightly more to the right. So that's our frame down. So now it's just a matter of poking these in wherever you want them to go. So I'm going to use a combination of my multi-purpose glue, if I can get it to come out of the bottle. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. Here we go. It's quite a lot there. So just to take one of these larger ones actually. I'm just going to put a bit on the back of that one because I've got a little bit too much. Otherwise we'll have a gluey mess. So here's where you just pop them wherever you want, wherever you sort of feel. So I'm going to start at the top here, and then as I go, pop that one in now. It's a pretty little one, isn't it? And just bring in your sentiment so you kind of know where you want it to sit. Yeah, that's about right. Toast a tiny little bit on here. So just, yeah, we are. It's just a matter of getting it positioned so that it's not covering up the sentiment. Now this one here, we just pop in round about there, as long as it's not covering up the sentiment. Oh, no, maybe round about down there. It's better for it, I think. See, it's kind of fiddly. Not too fiddly. Just put it straight on with some glue. You can use your dimensionals if you want to. But if I put it on with the glue, the adhesive, I at least can move it around a little bit while I'm getting it. So there we go. That's right. Pop that out. And now it's just a matter of popping in your colour where you want to have a little bit of extra colour on your water around here. So I think that one should go in around about there somewhere. Just popping in underneath. Yep. Just a little bit. Again, if you want a bit of height, just pop them up with a little bit of a dimensional. And now this is a piece I didn't have before, so it should just pop in around here. Quite like that there. Here. You can just play around with whatever, however you want it to look. Let's use a glue dot because I can't see my dimensionals at the moment. Pop that in here. And I've still got another one. I had some extras. I mean, I'll use these again. Guaranteed I'll use them again. I might just pop that one just in there. And we'll use a dimensional for that one. Let's grab a mini dimensional. So this, the great thing about this suite is that, or set is that bundle, is that when you purchase the dies and the stamp set, you save 10%. And this is one of those sets that you need both, because yeah, you really need both of them to show it off to its full and absolutely beautiful effect. And while this catalogue is running, this mini catalogue is running, we also have our celebration promotion running. So for every 110 New Zealand dollars you spend from any of our catalogues, you can go in and purchase, or not purchase, you get to select a free item from our celebration brochure, which I will show you in just a moment. I have positioned this how I want it to be. There we go. There it is. Oh, that one didn't last long, did it? Didn't get a dimension on the back of it, that's why. Yeah, you can purchase an item for free from the, not purchase. You can get a free item. So this is the celebration brochure. So if you don't have a Stampin' Up demonstrator and you live in New Zealand, if you would like me to send you that brochure, as well as this one here, page 55 is where you'll find the framed florets. I'm happy to send you one. You can email me, stampingmary, that's MERRY @gmail.com, and I will get one in the mail to you, or you can contact me via my Stampin' Up website. All the details are in the description bar below. And that's all there is to it. Oh, that is not all there is to it, because we must finish it off with these beautiful, beautiful little sequins. So let's just pop some dimensionals on the back here first of all before we get carried away. So yes, a simple little watercolor wash on shimmer paper. Wait for it to dry, get your stays on, and then stamp your images over the top. And that's a quick way to get that watercolor look. I mean, obviously you can watercolor them with the different various colors, but for a quick and easy watercolor stamp, whoops, concentrating on my placement of this beautiful card. Again, I wasn't either. Start down the bottom. Sometimes it's hard to see when it's white on white. There we go. Perfect. And last but certainly not least, we have in our catalogue as well, and I'll put a link in the description bar below. These are the pastel adhesive back sequins. They are beautiful, and they have a sheet of small and a sheet of the larger ones, and aren't they just glorious? So we've got I think it's petal pink, I have a feeling it's balmy blue, and then of course the gold, and the balmy blue is what I've used here. The difference here is that of course I haven't used that larger olive old olive die cut. I quite like it with that bit in there. This one's got slightly more flowers on it. I mean, you know, it's one of those, this is one of those fabulous sets that you know, you can really cut as many of these flowers out as you like, and then go, oh, I don't know if I need that one, or I do need that one, and I'm gonna, you know, cut a few extra out and keep them for another card. I love that. I love getting that extra use out of my watercolouring. And let's put another one down here, a small one there. I love these, are great little sequins. So there you go. Kind of quick and easy watercolouring way to use the Framed Florets dies and stamps. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me, and as I said, all the products are listed in the description bar below. Thank you and have a great day. Bye.